Hi YouTube. So I wanted to get on here to talk about a few things. So I am at 34 subscribers. I know that is a very, very low subscriber count, but I feel like if I helped one person, my message helped one person, then it was worth it. So I'm not going to be down or whatever about it. I think it's as long as I'm helping one person, a few people, then it's worth it. So, what I like about YouTube is that it's the modern day voice that we have for the people. So, basically, in the old days, whenever people had an opinion, they would write it down. They would write it in books, they would write it in newspapers, and that was the way that they communicated to the masses. Well, now YouTube and I guess formerly Twitter and all these technological platforms are a way that people voice their opinions now. And that's just the reality. It's just the way that our technology and our society has evolved. And I remember going to a museum one time, and it was at a Victorian house, and it was basically a house that was built in like the 1800s, 1700s, and they talked about how whenever somebody came to the door and they had a message, then they would write down that message and they would leave it to the person that opened the door, and they would put that note underneath something. And so whenever that person came down the stairs, they would know where the note was, and they would pick it up and they would read it, and that was the way that they communicated. And you see, the medium of communication is not as relevant as the message itself. So this person must have been so happy just getting that piece of paper. Whereas today, we are bombarded by paper, we are bombarded by messages. But the significance of that, of where that message was coming from, was probably from somebody that they really admired, trusted, and loved. And that's the point right there, is when we are getting messages from people that we admire, trust, and love, that's what really matters. And a lot of that comes from YouTube, and that comes from Twitter and all these things, because that's how we communicate, and that's what YouTube is useful for. And also, it's a good way to document our memories, because when we get older, we want to look back on our lives and see like the things that we did and how we contributed and to society and things like that. So these are the things I like about YouTube, and these are the things that I hope to incorporate in my channel. I hope to do more of, and that's it.